Breaking news for every Social Security recipient watching this right now. The Social Security Administration has just locked in a permanent raise to your monthly check. And this isn't temporary. This isn't a one-time payment. This is a permanent increase that will stay with you for the rest of your life. If you're on Social Security Retirement, SSI, or SSDI, the new amounts have been officially revealed, and what you're about to see might be very different from what you expected. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll know your exact new amount when it starts and what you need to do right now to make sure you don't miss a single dollar. My name is Your Name, and this channel exists for one reason only: to protect your benefits and keep you informed about every change the Social Security Administration makes. I don't work for the SSA, I work for you. And that means I cut through the confusion and give you the truth in plain English. If you're tired of searching for answers and want someone you can trust to break down these updates clearly, hit that subscribe button right now. Every week, I bring you the latest news that affects your income, your payments, and your financial security. Because here's the truth: the Social Security Administration doesn't always make it easy to understand what's happening. They send letters filled with legal language. They post updates buried on government websites. And meanwhile, millions of seniors are left wondering, what does this mean for me? That's why this channel is here. To give you clarity, to give you confidence, and to make sure you never miss an update that could affect your money. So let's get into it. What just happened? The Social Security Administration has officially confirmed the 2025 Cost of Living Adjustment, also known as COLA. This is the annual raise that's designed to help your benefits keep up with inflation and rising costs. And this year, the COLA is 2.5%. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. That doesn't sound like much. And compared to recent years, you're right. In 2023, we saw an 8.7% increase. In 2024, it was 3.2%. So 2.5% feels smaller. But here's what you need to understand. This is a permanent raise. It's not going away. It gets built into your base benefit amount forever. And even a 2.5% increase means real money in your pocket every single month. Let me show you exactly what that looks like. The new amounts revealed. For the average Social Security retiree, the monthly benefit in 2024 was about $1,927. With the 2.5% COLA, that increases to approximately $1,976 per month in 2025. That's an extra $49 per month, or about $588 per year. Now, if you're on SSI, the numbers are different. The maximum federal SSI payment for an individual in 2024 was $943. In 2025, that rises to $967 per month. That's an increase of $24 per month, or $288 per year. For SSI couples, the maximum payment goes from $1,415 to $1,450. That's an extra $35 per month. And if you're on SSDI, your increase depends on your current benefit amount. But the average SSDI recipient will see their monthly payment go from around $1,542 to about $1,580. That's an extra $38 per month, or about $456 per year. Now here's something critical you need to know. Your exact amount might be different. The COLA applies to your specific benefit, not just the average. So if you're currently receiving $1,200 per month, you'll see a 2.5% increase on that $1,200. If you're receiving $2,500, you'll see 2.5% on that amount. The percentage is the same for everyone, but the dollar amount you receive will vary based on what you're already getting. When does this start? This is where it gets important. The new amounts officially begin in January 2025. But here's how the payment schedule works. If you're on Social Security Retirement or SSDI, your January payment actually arrives in early February. That's because Social Security payments are always made in the month after the benefit month. So your first check with the new, higher amount will hit your account in February 2025. But if you're on SSI, it's different. SSI payments are made at the beginning of the benefit month. So your first increased SSI payment will arrive on January 1st, 2025. Actually, let me correct that. Because January 1st is a federal holiday, SSI recipients will receive their January payment on December 31st, 2024. That means if you're on SSI, you'll see your first raise in just a few weeks. Why is this happening? Let me explain where this 2.5% number comes from, because it's not random. Every year, the Social Security Administration calculates COLA based on something called the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. That's a long name, but it's basically a measure of inflation. The SSA looks at the average prices for things like food, housing, medical care, and transportation. They compare the prices from July, August, and September of this year to the same months last year. And the percentage increase becomes the COLA. So the 2.5% reflects the fact that costs have gone up over the past year. Not as dramatically as they did in 2022 and 2023, but they've still risen. And that's why you're getting this raise. It's designed to help you keep up with those rising costs. Now, does 2.5% cover everything? Honestly, for many seniors, the answer is no. Healthcare costs, prescription drugs, and everyday expenses have gone up more than 2.5% for a lot of people. And that's a frustration I hear from viewers all the time. But this is the system we have. And this 2.5% increase is locked in, it's permanent, and it will be part of your base benefit going forward. What about Medicare? Here's something else you need to know. If you're on Medicare, the standard Part B premium is going up in 2025. It's increasing from $174.70 per month in 2024 to $185 per month in 2025. That's an increase of about $10.30 per month. Now, most Social Security recipients have their Medicare premium automatically deducted from their check. So even though you're getting a 2.5% raise, some of that increase will go toward the higher Medicare premium. Let's do the math. If your Social Security benefit is $1,927 and you're getting a $49 increase, but your Medicare premium is going up by $10.30, your net increase is about $38.70. It's not nothing, but it's also not the full amount. And this is something the Social Security Administration doesn't always make clear. They announce the COLA and everyone celebrates. But then the Medicare premium increase gets announced separately, and suddenly the raise doesn't feel as big. I'm telling you this because I want you to have realistic expectations. You are getting a raise. It is permanent, but part of it will go toward Medicare if you're enrolled. Real-world impact. Let me give you a real example. Imagine you're a retiree named Margaret. You're 72 years old. Your current Social Security benefit is $1,850 per month. You're on Medicare, and your Part B premium of $174.70 is deducted automatically. So your net check right now is $1,675.30. In 2025, your benefit increases by 2.5%. That brings your gross benefit to $1,896.25. But now your Medicare premium is $185. So your net check becomes $1,711.25. That's an increase of about $36 per month in actual take-home money. Is it life-changing? Probably not. But it's $36 more than you had before. And over the course of a year, that's $432. That could be a couple of extra grocery trips, a tank of gas, a utility bill. It matters. And for people on lower incomes, every dollar counts even more. What this means for SSI recipients. If you're on SSI, the situation is a little different. You don't pay Medicare premiums out of your SSI check, so the full increase goes to you. If you're an individual receiving the maximum SSI payment, you're going from $943 to $967. That's $24 more per month, and it's all yours. But here's something critical. SSI has strict income and asset limits. If your income or resources go above a certain level, your SSI payment can be reduced or stopped altogether. The good news is that the income and resource limits are also increasing slightly in 2025. The resource limit for individuals is going from $2,000 to $2,000. Wait, actually, that didn't change. Let me clarify. The SSI resource limit has remained at $2,000 for individuals and $3,000 for couples for many years. There's been talk of increasing it, but as of now, those limits have not changed for 2025. So if you have savings or assets, you still need to stay under $2,000 as an individual or $3,000 as a couple to remain eligible for SSI. The income limits do adjust slightly based on the COLA, but the basic rules remain the same. If you're receiving both SSI and Social Security, what's called concurrent benefits, you'll see increases to both. But remember, your SSI amount is calculated based on your total income, including your Social Security. So the interaction between the two can be complicated. If you're in that situation, I recommend checking your SSI statement carefully in January to make sure your payment is correct. Now, let me give you some critical advice. First, check your bank account or mailbox in late December and early January. Make sure your new amount is correct. Mistakes happen. The Social Security Administration processes millions of payments, and sometimes there are errors. If your payment doesn't reflect the 2.5% increase, contact the SSA immediately. You can call them at 1-800-772-1213. Yes, the wait times can be long, but it's important to address any errors as soon as possible. Second, adjust your budget. I know $38 or $49 a month doesn't sound like a lot, but it's still extra money. Decide now how you want to use it. Are you going to put it toward groceries, prescriptions, saving for an emergency, or maybe you're going to use it to pay down debt? Whatever you choose, make it intentional. Because when money just disappears into general spending, it doesn't feel like you got a raise at all. Third, be aware of the Medicare premium increase. If you're not on Medicare yet, this doesn't affect you. But if you are, remember that $10 of your raise is going to cover that premium increase. Plan accordingly. And if you're on a tight budget, this might be a good time to review your Medicare plan. Open enrollment for Medicare Advantage and Part D prescription plans happens every fall. If you haven't reviewed your coverage recently, you might be paying more than you need to. Fourth, watch out for scams. Every time there's a Social Security announcement, scammers come out in full force. They call, they email, they text, and they pretend to be from the Social Security Administration. Remember, the SSA will never call you and ask for your Social Security number, your bank account information, or any kind of payment. If someone contacts you claiming to be from Social Security and asking for personal information, hang up. It's a scam. If you're unsure whether a call or message is legitimate, hang up and call the official SSA number yourself. Don't use any number the caller gives you. Look it up independently. Finally, stay informed. This 2.5% increase is locked in for 2025. But Social Security rules, payment schedules, and benefit amounts can change. New laws get passed. Payment dates shift because of holidays. Medicare premiums adjust. That's why I post updates here every single week, so you never have to wonder what's happening with your benefits. If this video helped you understand the 2.5% COLA and what it means for your benefits, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. This channel is built for Social Security recipients, SSI recipients, SSDI recipients, and retirees. Every week, I break down the latest news, payment schedules, policy changes, and everything else that affects your income. And I do it in plain English. No jargon, no confusion. Just clear, honest information you can trust. Because I know how important your Social Security check is. For many of you, it's your primary income. It pays your rent, your bills, your food. It's not just money, it's security, it's stability, it's peace of mind. And when the rules change, or payments get delayed, or new policies come out, you deserve to know exactly what's happening. So if you want to stay protected, stay informed, and never miss an important update, Subscribe now. Turn on notifications and join the thousands of other viewers who trust this channel to keep them in the loop. I also want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know. What are you planning to do with your COLA increase? Are you saving it? Using it for bills? Treating yourself to something special? Let's build a community here where we support each other and share advice. All right, let's wrap this up. The Social Security Administration has locked in a permanent 2.5% COLA for 2025. If you're on Social Security retirement, your average payment is going up by about $49 per month. If you're on SSI, it's increasing by $24. And if you're on SSDI, you're looking at around $38 more per month. These increases are permanent. They're built into your base benefit. And they start in January 2025. Your first payment with the new amount will arrive in early February if you're on Social Security or SSDI, and it will arrive on December 31st if you're on SSI. Check your account, adjust your budget, and stay informed. This is your money, and you deserve to know exactly what's happening with it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, stay informed, and take care.